How y'all doing today? It's the Indigo Man, even though I'm looking more like the goddamn fucking Copper Man or some shit right now. I don't know why I'm so goddamn pink and blown out. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. So, I just watched Tyler Perry's Acrimony. I guess watch is kind of a light way of putting it, more like experience.
Baby, I didn't do anything.
There's a level of batshit that only Tyler Perry can reach. I'm not quite sure if that's a good or a bad thing. When I mentioned to a friend that I was watching it and it was absolutely insane, he said, "Good crazy or bad crazy?"
Oh, let him go. Help me, June.
Yes. Oh my god. Acrimony was released in 2018 by Lionsgate. Directed by Tyler Perry, written by Tyler Perry. Y'all knew that. Why did I have to specify? His fingerprints are all over this. It's got an award-winning actress in the lead role doing some crazy-ass mammy shit. You knew it was Tyler Perry. But now this video isn't going to be monetized.
It's like nothing mattered but getting even. I was told I'd get it from my daddy, but his was quiet. Mine, I would burn a whole house down with me in it to get to the motherfucker that done me wrong.
Now, I'm not going to be one of your typical YouTube critics that hate on every single thing that they see. Oh, this movie is bad because blah, 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 blah. Yeah, that died out with Channel Awesome, I hope. I don't know. Anyway, I like to talk a lot about cinematography, even though I don't know a goddamn thing about it myself. But this movie does look good in some points. There's a lot of shots of a thunderstorm or a rainstorm at a distance hovering over the city, you know, kind of signifying the main character's quiet, brewing anger over the last 20 years of this awful and damn near parasitic marriage. The metaphor is heavy-handed, but it's cool that it's there. It's nice that Tyler Perry isn't putting everything just straightforward, even though it is straightforward, isn't it? I mean, at least this time he's trying a little bit of subtlety. Doesn't really work, but at least he's trying some subtlety. In the lead, we have Taraji Henson as Melinda Gale, who's unfortunately going through a divorce with her husband, played by Lyric Bent. I don't know anything about this man, but Taraji Henson is an amazing actress, and I love her in everything that I see her in, even though I may not love everything that I see her in.
Tired of hearing that. Every time a black woman gets mad, she's a stereotype. Or she emasculates men.
Is that what you think you did?
Bitch, are you not listening to me?
Now, Melinda Gale is obviously a broken woman. She's going through a terrible divorce. She's being mandated by the court to go through anger management processes. And her husband seems to have just run off with this woman and taken everything from her. Or at least that's how she tells it. Then she starts talking.
He caused all of this. All of it. It's not me. That son of a bitch owes me.
What do you think he owes?
Every damn breath in his body.
I ain't gonna lie though, this shit's a little bit goddamn melodramatic. She ain't have to go into all that. I went into this movie really wanting to feel bad for Taraji Henson's character, and I was really convinced that maybe she was driven to being the way that she is. You will see. But no.
And I ran into him.
No! Damn! Move, you idiot! Bump it to me! Girl, what's wrong with you?
I don't know if Tyler Perry thought that he was being subtle with the build-up. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Oh, you think that's bad? No. Watch this. Watch this.
What do you want? Who's this? The asshole.
He's the asshole? He's the asshole. 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 Alright, Melinda, what else? What you got?
I have some of your papers.
Great.
And I think you may have one or two in mind.
No, I don't. Sorry.
Here, forgive her. She's really bad at history and she had a paper to turn in.
See? I wanted to feel bad for her, but from the very beginning, she's showing that she's got such a fucking anger problem. You can't feel bad for her whatsoever. Well, okay. There are points where he's just straight up unforgivable. In fact, spoiler alert, a good chunk of this movie, he's straight up unforgivable. But while he redeems himself, it kind of seems to be the inverse for Melinda. And take from that what you will, they do sort of address the black woman anger stereotype. But just because you address it, don't mean that you still ain't fucking feeding into it. So anyway, despite being an asshole, he offers to help her with her history homework. Apparently he's had this teacher before and he knows all the tricks to getting an A. Whereas she just kind of knows how to rant, rave, scream, shoot, throw axes, produce vials of acid out of nowhere. Oh, we're getting to that. But I'm not even so sure it's feeding into the angry black woman stereotype. It's almost the crazy ex-wife, ex-girlfriend stereotype. But you know what? I'm not going to dig too deep into that right now. You'll see why. Actually, no. I'm just going to tell you. It's a Tyler Perry movie. Like, how fucking deep do you think you're going to get? You're going to pull out a bulldozer just to fucking scrape up 10 inches? 10 inches. So despite being such an asshole that helps her pass her history exam... Oh, wait, no, she doesn't. I'm terrible. Anyway, fuck her. She's crazy. So like I was saying, he's actually kind of a genius. He's a chemical engineer who's coming up with this idea for a battery that will charge itself.
Tell me.
I think I found a solution to an age-old problem. I'm creating a battery that can recharge itself. If it works, it can be used in cars, homes...
I'm not sure if Tyler Perry meant to fool with my expectations, but he did a really good job with this movie. I spent a lot of the time trying to guess which one was going to be to blame. Like, who drove her crazy? Was it something that she did? Was it something that he did? Was she just extrapolating off of something that didn't happen? Did he ultimately do something irredeemable? I mean, it was a really good job of trying to get me going. I mean, I was almost invested. I was invested. But man, oh man, the good old-fashioned Tyler Perry drama is thick in this one. After she finds out that she failed the exam that she studied so hard for with his help, immediately her mom dies. Just... that's not funny. But still, just like the timing. You failed your test. Oh shit, your sister is here. Mom's dead. Cry, funeral. Now, her sisters don't really trust this dude, and they give him a very appropriately timed third degree at their mother's funeral.
Hi, I'm Brenda.
Hey, I'm Robert.
You have a last name?
How do you know Melinda?
School?
Well, we haven't seen you around here.
Yeah.
Well, this is a different side of the tracks for you. What do you do for a living?
I'm in school right now.
Well, if you don't have a job, then who's paying for it?
Student loans. Scholarships.
Oh, Devin, come here.
Hey.
Oh, I'm so rude. What's your name again?
Robert.
Devin, this is Robert. Devin is Melinda's boyfriend.
Ex-boyfriend.
Well, you know she still loves you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Mel, look who came.
Which is a little bit strange, but rightly so, because right after the funeral, Melinda... Or no, it's not even right after the funeral. It's during. Melinda leaves with this guy to go to his place where he shows her that he lives in a trailer on his aunt's lawn somewhere, and feeling a little bit sad and both impressed by him and his Nina Simone collection. That's a thing. I don't know why it's a thing, because it doesn't really pay off at all. But it seems to be enough for her to give him her hymen.
He had to know that grief can leave you open to not knowing yourself at all. Add that to me being so young. He had my mind, my heart, my head, and let's not forget my virginity. Now,
I like to joke about how her sisters were really suspicious about him when they first met, and how they kind of gave him the third degree at the funeral, which was kind of really, really badly timed in my opinion. But also so was their sister running off and screwing him. But it seems that they were on the money. She starts to spend, well, lots of money on this dude. And he still runs off and cheats on her after not calling her for 2 days.
There is something about my crazy. It's blind. It's not rational. It rages. It doesn't stop. It doesn't subside. It doesn't quit. It's immediate.
Melinda is very mature about this and handles it with grace and civility.
This what you do to me? Huh? Is this what you do?
Yes, bitch, you better make irresponsible choices without regard for long-term consequences.
They tell me you're in a relationship. Go. What you looking at? Yeah, me.
Stop! Melinda!
So at this point, all her husband has done is prove her sister's right and prove her to be stupid. That's mean. Anybody who's been in a shitty relationship like that knows that they aren't stupid. They're just preyed upon. It's not your fault.
I had so much adrenaline that I didn't know I slammed my body against the steering wheel so hard. And worse, ruptured ovaries. A full hysterectomy, and I wasn't even 21 years old.
So let's get this straight. She devoted all her time to him. She devoted a bunch of money to him. He cheated on her. Even though that kind of was her fault, the way that she reacted. She damaged her ovaries to the point where she can no longer have children. Yet, he still comes back to her with this whole, please, baby, 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 please, baby, baby, please, baby, 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 please, baby. That is his entire dialogue for that entire scene. So after all the hell he's put her through, he has the audacity to propose to her in front of a terrible green screen. And because of that, her sisters do not attend the wedding. Or, you know, it could be because she paid for everything and this whole time he never got a job. That could also be why they didn't attend the wedding.
Why?
Sorry.
Cost to repair, $37,000. That was it. We were in the hole.
At least I didn't break nothing.
Also, before I forget, I'm supposed to buy that these actors are the same people 20 to 30 years in the past. That's Taraji Henson in the 90s. Hold that thought.